Her name is Delia Leggett, and she's my mother. She's been battling Alzheimer's for the last 10 years, probably 12, but 10 that we knew about. And they said that the lifespan of a person that suffers from this incredibly silly, mean disease that takes your mind away is about 18 months. She's been at Loretto for almost 10 years. That shows her tenacity of purpose, her stubbornness, and now you guys can understand why I'm so intense and so tough, because I have a great mother who showed me the way. And today was a good day for all that played for all of us and these young ladies at the beginning of the game. What about your score? Why do you score so little? Because they were playing for something bigger than themselves. And sometimes when you get your heart involved with something that you're doing, it engulfs you. And sometimes it takes away a little bit of who you really are. The layups we missed, the free throws we missed by the people that missed them, that's a normal point you can count or 2 points you can count. But they really made this great lady proud, and they play for me, and they play for my mom, they play for each other, and they play for the love. And that's the missing ingredient in this world that we live in right now. Where's the love? It's in our locker room. Where's the fight? It's in our locker room. Where's the passion and intensity? That doesn't show all the time on the court, but it's when you have the conversation with your players one-on-one at night at your home, that goes until 11 o'clock at night, it's in my home. And I wouldn't trade one of these players for anybody else, because what we're building here is way bigger than the game of basketball. It's called life lessons. It's called raising phenomenal women to stand up and be a part of their own journey. And if they're blessed to have somebody in their life, so be it. But if life happens, they're going to absolutely know how to make it. So today was a long opening, but I just want to let these young ladies and this team and this world know that we have a great team, a great group of young women that's building something way bigger than the game of basketball. And I'm just so fortunate to be along for the ride.
Thanks, Coach Jack. We'll take questions from student athletes. We'll start right here. Georgia, Madison, Syracuse.com. Coach was just mentioning a lot of the emotions that she's going through. What was that like, experiencing a lot of the emotions that she was going through, knowing how close she is with her mom and what the battle for Alzheimer's means, but also for you guys to be able to still focus on the game at hand that you guys were playing?
Yeah, Coach Jack said it best, but we always say we never play for the name on the front of the jersey or the institution that we're playing, but something about playing for your coach's why just hits a little different in your heart. So when it is like that, you don't have any choice but to go out and play hard, and it gives you that extra push. And I can't even speak because it actually, like, Coach Jack means so much to me. So for this cause to mean so much to her, it resonates through all of us. And I'm just so happy that we got the opportunity to go out and represent everyone that might be struggling with Alzheimer's, or family members or loved ones. So I'm just blessed that we got that opportunity today.
Georgia, I'm Tim Wilcox, Daily Orange. After a loss against Creighton, how big is it to get a 28-point win today?
Yeah, it's great to come back home and have the crowd behind us like they did today, and just get that push back and get us rolling again. And we know we learn a lot, and we're going to keep that pushing forward.
Max Gifford with his 89 is during the game, so you didn't start, but saw you consistently in communication with Coach Jack throughout the game. What did she tell you your role for today was?
Honestly, today was just different because the coach has been telling me the whole week like what I'm capable of, and they just kept reminding me of that, and I just went out and did what they told me, which was basically be yourself, play hard. Sorry, didn't clear that out.
Noah Nussbaum, Daily Orange. Isabel, my question's for you as well. In the second half, you had an 11-point stretch towards the end of the period. What do you think you were doing well in that stretch?
I think I was just taking advantage of my height and using my height, and just going up strong and finishing, and honestly just, like I said, doing what the coaches have been telling me to do and listening and focusing on that. Yeah.
Kieran Costa, Citrus TV. Georgia, this is for you. You struggled a little bit in the first half, but you had 11 points in that third quarter. Was there any specific adjustments you made at halftime?
Yes. The coaches. 2 feet, Georgia. 2 feet, Georgia. 2 feet, Georgia. So I came to 2 feet, and well, it worked, I guess.
That was Casey.
Yeah.
I was a nice coach today.
Yeah, Coach KC, 2 feet. So nah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Journey. I don't know if you got to see the paint scoring today, but 48 points in the paint by the team. Just what was the focus and what was working so well down low?
I think we knew from the jump that it was going to be mismatches down there because they didn't really have any true bigs. So I think us bigs did a good job sort of picking up what the team needed in that scoring area. So once we started catching the ball and the post-ups and whatnot, we had to gather ourselves a little bit more than we were in the beginning to get those points up.
This is for all three of you. A little bit of a bigger picture question here. You guys have had a few ups and downs throughout the start of this non-conference season, and with an even record playing your second SEC opponent in a couple of days. What has been some of the biggest takeaways that you guys learned about this particular team this year that you guys might be able to use against the Aggies?
I just think that we have to remember that it's November and we're still finding ourselves. There's so many teams in the country that are still finding themselves right now. So we can't define ourselves off wins and losses at this point in the season. There's so much more to go. So just staying true to who we are and playing Syracuse, that's what we have to come back together and realize when we go into that next game.
Just the best.
Georgia, this is for you. Josh Sokolsky, Z89. 4 different starting lineups now on the year. You've been through all of them. What did Kira Scott bring to the starting lineup today?
Yeah, I think everyone brings something different, but Key can score the ball, but she's really starting to lock in defensively too. And what did she do today? Let's have a look before I speak. A couple more rebounds would be nice. But Key's locked in and everyone's locked in, so it's just whoever turns up on the day. And I think Kira came in and she was ready for what we had to do, and we're going to keep adjusting to what we need to do as we move forward. Just trust what the coaches put before us.
Josh, working with new SSMC for all the student athletes. You guys began pressing in the second quarter. How do you think the press began impacting Yale and allowed you guys to get into rhythm?
I think we just, by pressing them a little bit, we just made them like turn it over and stuff. And I feel like he almost like motivated us and kept, and I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like just by pressing them and getting the ball, he turned the momentum and the energy, good, thanks. The energy changed after that, so I feel like that's what really helped us.
Yeah, we started off really slow, so I think the press kind of helped us get back into our swing of playing fast and pushing the ball and running the floor a little bit more.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Just those things. Just let it flow. Still rebounding, huh?
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You have one home game here sandwiched between a couple of road trips. What does it mean to play in front of the home crowd?
You know what's so interesting about our Syracuse crowd? It's global, and it's wherever we are. And I know that we have a great fan base in Texas. We expect them to show up for our Texas A&M game. And wherever we go, we've always found a litany of people that was Syracuse orange all over them, and especially with the energy that's going on right now. You know, that football game was amazing. And the first time I saw the wave, since I was an assistant coach here about 24 years ago. So I love the energy that we are getting, the dynasty that we're trying to build. And wherever we play, you know, we're going to find Syracuse fans, especially now with the way everybody's playing right now. And we're in Syracuse clothing.
Cool. Coach, you employed a ton of different lineups today, I guess. As far as you and your coaching staff was concerned, what were some of the goals going into this game that you wanted to try to figure out?
We're trying to figure out offensive sets, who runs them best, the offense that we're trying to run, who plays well together, what impact we need to make initially. Is it having our guards go to work first, our bigs go to work? There's so many different things that we're trying to figure out as we learn and grow. You know, last 11 years of my career, it was very easy to figure out where the ball was going to start from. it started from our guards. You know, our bigs will post up and be strong and get putbacks, but everything came from, pad the ball, let them slip defensively, attack and score. Now, I think we're finding that our bigs are doing a good job, and sometimes our guards. So it's all interesting for us right now, and I love it because I feel like I'm a kid in the candy store again because it's so new to me, this team. The love is always the same, the standards are the same, but it's new because they're all different, right? And so I'm excited about the lessons I'm learning. I'm excited about what lessons they're learning and how we're going to build through December.
Yeah, Tyus from 24/7 Sports. But close to first half with a 17-2 run, what did you see in the run that kind of helped jumpstart you guys for the rest of the game?
Well, Kyra Wood was really awesome. She just couldn't, she was catching everything. She can catch a gnat. I mean, she's got great hands, and we couldn't say that about her last year. She's evolved into that, and then Sanaya subbed in and did some really good things defensively as well. And, then Dom, who didn't start, came in and did some great things as well. And one time we had 4 seniors out there and a sophomore, and so I'm like, this is a vet group. This is, that's really getting things done. So, but that vet group didn't get it done earlier in the year, so it's still all kind of kid in the candy store stuff. And what got us going was that particular day. That particular day was those people there.
All right, Coach, in the third quarter, I believe there was 13 made free throws for your team. Just what was it like, going to the line so much, and how do you feel like that factored into the game?
I spoke with Coach Fran, and he said to me, I love coming to watch your team last year. They play so tough. But I come this year, they're not playing as tough as they need to. And he said, he was going to say something. I said, and it's a reflection of me. And I think getting to the line is tough. I think dropping your shoulders, getting in foul trouble. I thought that 2 fouls that Shai got were Ricci silly fouls. But 2 fouls, she dropped her shoulders and rammed her shoulders in and said, this is not, you're not gonna stop my dream, not today, not now. That's who we are trying to become. We're trying to raise phenomenal women. And getting to the line says toughness. Getting rebounds says toughness. Pushing the ball and getting the ball inside says toughness. And we're not gonna be able to win every single game, but man, you can be tough every single second. And I thought even though we couldn't score, and we missed, but we got rebound, and they got a couple old boys earlier on, but we kept standing in the race and kept running back on defense. And so what we're trying to get is that one word to not elude us ever again. You may beat Syracuse, but you gotta know that you played somebody when you play us again, because toughness is gonna be our name.
Coach, Isabel Varejao posted a double-double today.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, she had 11 rebounds. So how do you think that paint presence helped you guys pull away in the second half?
She's getting better. She's cerebral. Everybody wants to start. Everybody wants to start. I'm like, who can finish? And I think is a finisher. I think that she needs to see what's happening out there, understand she's a cerebral person, see what's happening, and then get out there and do your job and come back and sit down. She scored not only 12 points and 11 rebounds, she did it in under 13 minutes. And so if you can get somebody who can fill it up like that and have a seat and then put somebody else and do the same and have a seat, I think that we can really be on to something. A lot of people are only playing 7 kids right now. I think we've picked all 13 of ours, and I think that we're going to go 10 deep moving forward, and then hopefully we can sustain that. But what's more realistic is an 8 to 9 person rotation. But right now, we don't know who those 8 or 9 people are because everybody's so equally yoked, and including Izza. But I think she understands what we're trying to do, and she knows that we love her. Sometimes you can coach some people hard if they know that you love them, and I think she knows that.
Today, Yale only converted on 4 of 26 from three-point range. I know last game against Creighton there was a 15. What lessons can you take from your three-point defense today moving forward?
There were still some open shots that they just missed. And we're going to watch some film today and figure out why are we still late out there? People run a play where the big is on the free throw line, on the block, and the guard attacks it, and the big flies out to the three-point line, and our big feel like they need the help. And they don't need the help. That's not their help on strong side. The weak side is supposed to be the one that covers that. And we got to start trusting each other. And what that makes me think about is that we got to get to know each other better and talk the game of basketball, not what color lipstick you wear tomorrow or, you know, what kind of dress you going to have on. That stuff that women talk about. We got to talk basketball. And I think that the more we talk basketball, the more that's not going to be such an impactful thing. What Creighton did was nothing short than miraculous. They were amazing, but we helped make that amazing moment happen by not defending well. And I think that we got better, but not nearly as good as we need to be in order to stop a team called Texas A&M.
Only a couple more questions for Coach Jackson. We got Max and then we'll finish.
Yeah, so you talked about getting a lot of these players involved. The last one was Maddie Potts came in, then you subbed Georgia in for her, and then you subbed Maddie back in. I guess, what did you want Maddie to sort of learn in that little stint on the
Calm
bench?
down. She gave up 2 shots. That we played against the Siena in an exhibition. She came in, last kid to sub in, came in, went for 12 points because she shot all threes. I mean, I brought you here to shoot the 3 ball, and you're trying to be the ball handler. Don't need to do that. We got the offense for you to open the shot. So sat her down, had her take a breath, brought her back in, and she was able to calm down a little bit more. Some people have the luxury of working through that, like a Georgia or Sophie and those guys. Unfortunately, Maddie doesn't have a lot of time because she's behind those kind of amazing players. But I needed to take her out for a second so she can kind of catch her breath.
Okay, so today you outscored Yale 18-5 in fast break. Some of that was from being able to play good defense and force turnovers. Is that something you want your team to be able to do more of and get out in transition and kind of get some easy buckets?
Please. We're so much more fun to watch. We're fast breaking and making moves that Dom made on the baseline and, you know, and having some fun. It's been such a treacherous schedule and treacherous season of unknowing, and this coach is in the candy store trying to figure things out. It's really cool. We get a couple buckets and open up the lead a little bit, and even let me catch a breath a little bit, right? That moment's over. Texas A&M's pretty good, and this team called Notre Dame's coming to town after that, and so we got our hands full. And I'm glad I'm in the locker room with my team because I think that we're going to be ready. Thank you guys so much for all you do for women's basketball.